How did your platoon sergeant's motivational speech make half the platoon request transfers? Staff Sergeant Nolan Richter took over our platoon right before deployment. Prior service Marine, 22 years combined service, chest full of ribbons. Command thought he'd whip us into shape. First day he called a formation. We're standing in the barracks parking lot, 40 soldiers waiting to hear from our new leader. I'm expecting the usual speech about teamwork and standards. Instead, Richter looks at us with pure disgust. I've seen your records. You're the worst performing platoon in this battalion. Half of you barely passed basic training. The other half wish you'd failed. Dead silence. My buddy Spencer next to me shifted uncomfortably. In 3 months, we deploy to Afghanistan. Right now, I wouldn't trust you people to guard a porta potty, let alone conduct combat operations. You're soft, you're weak, and honestly, some of you aren't going to make it home. That last line hit different. Wasn't motivation, was a death sentence. Richter continued. I don't care if you like me. I don't care if you respect me. I care that you don't get your battle buddies killed through sheer incompetence. So here's how this works. For the next 3 months, your life belongs to me. No days off, no personal time. You'll train until you puke, then train some more. He pointed at Private Curtis Brennan, our smallest guy. You, how much do you weigh? 140, Sergeant, 140. You'll be carrying the same gear as everyone else. Probably die from heat exhaustion first week in country. Start eating. That's an order. Then he pointed at me. You look like you can't run 3 miles without crying. When's the last time you maxed your PT test? Never, Sergeant. Exactly. Mediocre is going to get you killed. And I'm not writing letters to your families explaining that you died because you were lazy. The speech went on for 40 minutes. Every single soldier got personally insulted. Our weaknesses announced publicly, our failures documented in front of everyone. By the end, people were furious. Not motivated, furious. That night, 6 soldiers submitted transfer requests. The next day, 4 more. By the end of the week, half the platoon was trying to leave. My transfer request sat on my bunk for 3 days. Kept almost submitting it. Spencer already had. I'm not spending 3 months getting verbally abused by that psycho, he said, but something made me wait. Wanted to see if Richter was all talk. Monday morning PT, Richter showed up in full gear. Today we're doing a 12-mile ruck march. Full combat load. If I can do it at 43 years old, you can do it at 20. He led from the front, didn't ride in a truck, carried the same weight as us. When Curtis started falling behind, Richter dropped back, walked beside him, talked him through every step. You can do this, Brennan. Pain is temporary. Quitting lasts forever. We all finished that march. Every single person. During training exercises, Richter was brutal but fair. Never asked us to do anything he wouldn't do himself. Slept in the same mud, ate the same terrible food, took the worst guard shifts. One night I pulled late watch with him. Asked why he gave that speech. Why start off by destroying everyone's confidence? He was quiet for a minute. You want the real answer? Yes, Sergeant. That speech was designed to make the weak ones leave. The ones who'd crack under pressure deployed. Better they request transfers now than freeze up in combat and get someone killed. But half the platoon tried to leave. Exactly. And half stayed. The ones who stayed are the ones I can work with. The ones who got angry instead of defeated. That's the difference between survivors and casualties. 3 months later, we deployed. Richter was right about everything. The training was brutal, but it prepared us. The insults stung, but they were accurate assessments of our weaknesses. 6 months into deployment, our convoy got hit by an IED. Vehicle flipped, 3 soldiers trapped inside, fire spreading from the engine. Curtis was first one out of his truck, ran straight into danger, started pulling people from the wreckage. The 90-pound kid who Richter said would die from heat exhaustion saved 3 lives that day. Spencer, who'd requested a transfer, withdrew it after 2 weeks, ended up becoming team leader, led more successful missions than anyone else in the platoon. We lost 1 soldier during that deployment, vehicle accident, not combat, but we brought 43 people home alive from one of the deadiest provinces in Afghanistan. After we returned, the battalion commander called Richter into his office. Other platoon sergeants had complained about his methods, said he was too harsh, too personal, violated every leadership principle. Richter got relieved of duty, reassigned to a desk job for his last year before retirement. At his going away ceremony, all 43 of us showed up in dress uniforms. Curtis gave a speech about the sergeant who insulted him into becoming a hero. Spencer presented Richter with a plaque, engraved with everyone's names and 1 sentence. You told us the truth when everyone else lied. Thank you. Richter retired 6 months later. Now he teaches leadership courses at a private military academy. His first lecture is always the same. Shows a video of that initial speech. Lets students react with horror and disgust. Then he shows combat footage from our deployment. Every successful mission, every soldier coming home, ends with one question. Would you rather have a leader who makes you feel good or one who keeps you alive? Last I heard, his class has a waiting list 3 years long.